for sure, expectation is to win. We know that Arsenal is a hard team. Against them, we did 3 points. Their style, it's not easy because we know that if they lead by many goals, it will be hard to score. We are very good in attack, so we can score many goals too. So yeah, we know that will be very hard games. We hope to win.
We are directly facing a very tough opponent, the 2 times champions of the eFootball.Pro League. And we just have to be clinical and very sharp, especially in front. I think defensively wise, we are quite solid at the moment, also with the style and the formation we are playing at the moment. So yeah, if we can reach our full potential, we should be able to beat them in 2 games. Hopefully we can get a great result against Monaco.
AS Monaco versus Arsenal FC. Both of these 2 teams, Harry, right at the top, the summit of the league in the regular season, right to the end, and then both fell away in the last game week or 2 to finish nearer the bottom of that top 6. Do you think that has any ramifications for their knockout stages today, or do you think it will just be they were already qualified pretty much and they were quite relaxed about it?
For Monaco, I think it doesn't matter one iota. They've been here, they've done this before, they've won the t-shirt multiple times. For Arsenal, I think it's quite concerning that they were leading the league, I mean, for what, 3 consecutive match days, something like that, towards the end of the season, and then they finished 5th. Very confusing indeed, but hey, they're here. You've got to be in the knockout stages to win it. I'm not sure either will feel like they have to face anyone else. I feel like if you beat whoever's in front of you, you advance, and that's exactly the kind of mentality you have to have here in the knockouts. For Monaco, I think they feel slightly aggrieved that they have to go through the quarterfinals given their pedigree, but hey, thanks to Bayern Munich's performance on that final day of the season, taking all 6 points away from the two-time champs. It means they have to come through the quarterfinals, and unfortunately for Arsenal, they are their opponents.
Yeah, we mentioned prior to today that it may be a gift or a curse qualifying for the semi-finals naturally from the regular season with a bye from the quarterfinals, because those teams that you may then play against have already had a game to kind of warm themselves into the occasion. The likes of Schalke, for example, who have that 2 games under their belts, and these 2 teams will have that experience as well. Whoever qualifies against AS to go up against AS Roma, who will be cold from the get-go in that semi-final. Oh, the referee's blowing his whistle here. What's he given? He's given a penalty. Real drama straight away inside the opening 5 minutes, and it's a chance for AS Monaco, saved by the goalkeeper. A huge moment in this match, and we've barely had time to take a breath. It looked innocuous to me, and, no goal.
It was Lotfi against Indominator. And Indominator saves it. He guesses the right way. It's always a bit of a lottery when it comes down to penalties, which is why we want to see plenty of penalty shootouts here today. But, well, that was a really solid chance. I mean, you won't get a better chance than a penalty to take the lead here, Monaco. And Dominator was talking before the game how solid he feels they are defensively. Monaco so far pushing the screw and trying to turn it as hard as they can.
Lotfi with the lottery. Had the kills you have stepped up, we may have seen something a little bit different. Lotfi's just too used to setting other players up, isn't he, Harry? Maybe he was trying to get the rebound off the goalkeeper for Killsju to turn home, but they've got another chance here. It's another save, and it's Lotfi again. How has he not scored?
Unbelievable. I mean, you won't get two better chances than the two that Lotfi's had so far. Sure, he's got 18 assists, but he's already scored 11 this season, so should really be tucking these away.
Well, Arsenal living incredibly dangerously. They'll either be absolutely horrified with the way they've started this game, or they'll be on cloud nine thinking, well, we should be 2-0 down and the score is 0-0. Willian plays it infield to Nicolas Pepe. The challenge coming in is avoided, and now Odegaard goes back to Granit Xhaka, who plays it infield, looking for Indojua, of course, controlling Odegaard, but now AS Monaco come forward again. This time it's Kilju, and this time it's surely a goal! The first shot for the Golden Boot winner results, you guessed it, in a goal. It's AS Monaco 1, Arsenal 0, and Harry, it was coming.
Wasn't it just? Goal number 22 of the season for Kilju. Having seen Lotfi, who set him up, by the way, spurned two really good opportunities. It's the lethal combo of Lotfi and Kilju combining once more. His first goal as a Golden Boot winner. We've heard you scream Kilju a few times this season. I don't think that will be the last here today. Nightmare start for Arsenal. Perfect for Monaco. 1-0.
It really is a nightmare start. Not only are they 1-0 down, but they have looked a shadow of their match day 6 selves. They have been off the pace for a little longer than they would have wanted at the crucial stage in the season, and AS Monaco are rampant now. It's Lotfi again. It's possible, Harry, that he was getting a bit of a nosebleed in that opening 5 minutes and was happy to turn provider again. He was like, Kilju, you get forwards. I need to set you up. You are the goal-scoring maestro. I am just a mere assistant for you. But Arsenal with a brilliant response.
You're back, boys. Come on.
Out of absolutely nothing, AS Monaco have had chance after chance after chance, and Arsenal have just had their one. Scores a level.
And it's all it takes. It falls to Indojua. Not many opportunities have fallen his way so far this season for the former Celtic man, but he tucks home his 8th goal. And what an important one it is as well. Their first foray forwards, really. And they get their equaliser. These two teams, well, they look to be going tooth and nail right until the end, hopefully, for us anyway.
Tooth and nail, hammer and tong, whatever you want to describe it as. It's been breathtaking inside the opening half an hour. And Arsenal are in again here. He's pulled it back. It's Barbosa. Oh, he should have scored.
Well, Arsenal are starting to carve open the Monaco defence. What vision that was. Unbelievable to pick out the late arriving Barbosa. Really well worked. Unfortunate not to be 2-1 up.
Had to score. A huge moment. Central, right on the edge of the penalty box. But they turn it home.
Indominator.
The resultant corner. And it's the captain Indominator.
Keep the ball, yeah? We don't have to score.
I think this is a back heel from David Luiz. I'll have to see it again just to see how much Indominator really knew about this. But it was fighting with such pace. I think it comes off his heel. Doesn't matter how they go in. We'll get a better look of it here, I think. It does.
I mean, he didn't even look. After it connected with his heel, would suggest he meant it. I'm not quite sure he did.
Unbelievable.
But he certainly styled it out anyway. But remarkable turn of events. AS Monaco were all over Arsenal for the opening 15-20 minutes. But somehow, Harry, Arsenal are 2-1 in front.
That is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. And Dominator now having to clear the ball after just scoring up the other end. Unbelievable.
And really, they could have had 3 as the offside flag goes up. Indojua scored, Indominator scored, Barbosa should have scored. And it is just really Usmakabil who's had a quiet start to this opening half an hour. Everyone else has been in and around the big moments as the ball gets played up towards the halfway line. Well, a little breath there for us casters after a frenetic opening 35 minutes or so, as we tick towards the final 10 minutes of this first half, which has had every single bit of drama that you could possibly want. And Aubameyang was in there if the pass could find him, but Nicolas Pepe delayed it. Now Granit Xhaka around towards Hector Bellerin, controlled of course by Barbosa, turns it around the corner looking for Indominator, scorer of the second Arsenal goal. One of those moments they didn't know too much about, but this is much better from Arsenal. And they have responded, Harry, absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah, they really have. And it's almost as if half-time can't come soon enough here for Monaco. Such an interesting contrast of styles. And you consider when they matched up on match day 6, Arsenal lost the first game 2-1, but won the second 3-1. So that will give them the psychological edge. But here come Monaco just before the half.
Yeah, chance here for Kilju, just couldn't quite turn provider this time, as Arsenal don't want to concede right on the stroke of half-time. Really solid defending. And what's been really impressive from an Arsenal point of view is we're used to seeing them boss a lot of possession, but they've been so quick in their play. Everything's been fired to and from these little short, sharp passes. There's been nothing languishing at all about their play, which is sometimes a possible negative you could throw an accusation at them about. But yeah, a brilliant turnaround from them. And Harry, that was, well, pretty eventful.
Yeah,
It really was. I'm still trying to get my head around that goal from Indominator. I still don't think he knew exactly what happened. This is just living up to the billing completely.
There's a question for him after the game, Harry.
Absolutely. I'll see if I can remember after all is said and done. It looked like
he didn't know too much about it, if I'm being completely honest. But if I was Indominator, I would claim it, absolutely.
Hit him with so much force that I'm not sure he knew what happened. But Monaco, I mean, they led the regular season in goals with 40, assists with 34, and shots on target with 76. So they know how to break down teams and get chances to go their way. For Arsenal, it's about trying to contain them. And although Indominator said before the game they seem comfortable defensively, they know they're a good defensive team, they didn't really show it in the opening 25 minutes. So if Monaco can maintain that belief that they can break down the North London defence, then we could see a complete goal fest here in our first game.
Now, the crucial difference between the knockout stages, of course, and the regular season is that there are no real points up for grabs, of course. So a 2-1 victory, for example, for Arsenal won't be a huge result in the scheme of things. It'll just give them a 1-goal advantage going into that second game. So whereas in the regular season, of course, it would be 3 points already on the board. So they could do with possibly a second goal, if or a third goal, or second goal cushion, if they were looking to possibly go into that second game with a fairly substantial advantage. But they certainly need to do their defensive work as well. And 2-1 is, of course, obviously better than 2-2, isn't it, Harry? As the ball gets played through, it is AS Monaco. It is 2-2. And it's the first point of call for the French team in this second half.
And we mentioned it throughout the season. Those Maccabees seeming a bit quiet. But as long as you get him to the knockouts, as long as you get him into this type of competition, you know he's going to deliver. Through one-on-one, still has work to do, has a Dominator controlling a defender. Still to beat. Just watch this. Kilzu turning provider this time. Turns his defender, gets his strike away straight away, and tucks it home for the equaliser. 2-2. Wonderful from the three-time world champ.
Frustration from the Arsenal camp. But as you mentioned, Usmakabil just starting to turn it on towards the back end of the regular season with a couple of juicy finishes, and now he's popped up in the quarterfinals. And if they can add an in-form Usmakabil to the assist and goal-scoring kings of Lotfi and, of course, Kilju, then Lick your lips, ladies and gents, because we could see something truly special today from the Monegasque club. 58 minutes gone. Pepe down the right-hand side. Finds Aubameyang. This is better again from Arsenal. A chance to play it through. It's a real chance for Ndojo. It's a really, really poor pass from him.
Just looking for that one to be drilled rather than a through pass to come in there. Just needs to find the feet of the player who'd broken free in the middle. I think it was Barbosa waiting. A really good game of PES we've got going on here in the first game of this second quarter-final. Both teams really going for it.
David Luiz in and amongst the action yet again after his goal-scoring exploits. Down the other end, it's gone all the way through. And Lotfi again just seemed to snatch at the header, and it's gone over the top, just avoiding him.
I just took a glimpse of his Maccabeal, his face cam there. He's just got smiles on his face. He looks like he genuinely relishes this level of competition. He looks like he's missed it playing here in the knockouts of the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ. He's having fun out there. And
I think he looks like he's just playing with a few mates at this moment in time. Just a casual Saturday afternoon.
Which is going to be really worrying for Arsenal and, of course, any other clubs that Monaco may come up against if they are able to win this matchup. But they've got to do that first, and it's only 2-2.
So, Monaco took the lead very, very early after missing a host of chances, deservedly in front. Then, against the run of play, Arsenal levelled and then took the lead in very strange circumstances indeed. But Monaco again have responded. So we know both teams can, when called upon, rescue matches already today. The question is, are we going to get one of these two teams with an advantage at the end of this first game, or are we going to go in on as even and almost at 0-0 in that second game? Played through. Another chance here for AS Monaco, saved by the goalkeeper down to his right-hand side. And it is AS Monaco that are doing most of the pressing.
It is indeed. This time Kills you just laying it off to his Maccabeal. Very similar to the goal he scored, actually, moments previous. Takes the touch, past the defender, then gets his strike away, wasting no time. But this time it's only a corner.
And towards the near post, flicked on, down towards the edge of the 6-yard box, fired away. Remember, if you are cheering on one of these teams today, go to their respective club channels and let them know you are doing so. I'm sure they will feel the support through the wonderful World Wide Web. In towards the near post, flicked on. Another chance here for Kills You. It ricochets around. And the goalkeeper somehow manages to smuggle it away. It looks to me, Harry, like AS Monaco are doing most of the pressing, but both teams fairly happy with proceedings, and we may see somewhat of a more stagnated end to this first game. Just as I say that, Arsenal go down the other end and look to possibly get the potential winner. Lovely interchange there. Another chance here for Barbosa. Plays it through on the back heel from Ndojo. Was another poor one.
I think he just wanted to take a touch there first before releasing the shot in the Jawa, but so nice from Arsenal. Just when you think the threat's gone, when they miss out on the first opportunity, they're always keeping the ball, looking for the second. And tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try and keep the ball until the 90th minute, just to ensure that they have the last chance of this match, because you're right, both clubs might be happy going 2-2 into the next game. But I think at this moment in time, I think that would favour Arsenal, knowing it's only one game of eFootball PES 2021 that you have to win against AS Monaco to book your place in the semi-final.
Well, they are ending the game, the stronger of the two teams here. It certainly is incredibly difficult to call. It's never looked like it could be remotely one-sided. Are we going to see a winner here, right at the death in this first game? Reece Nelson, Aubameyang, dispossessed, goes out only as far as Saka. This is much better from Arsenal. Keeping possession, keeping AS Monaco pinned in, but can they finish with a flourish? Fired away, only as far as Smith Rowe, but now AS Monaco win it back. Are they going to get the chance to go and win this first game? No. Still ricochets around on the edge of the halfway line. 2 minutes of stoppage time is up, and it's AS Monaco 2, Arsenal 2, and Harry, we go into, quite simply, a 0-0 knockout match.
Absolutely. What a good scrap that was in the first game between Monaco and Arsenal. We knew Arsenal had the ability to take it to Monaco. I mean, they proved that in the regular season. After losing the first game in their regular season matchup, they came back to win the second in a match which had a lot of people asking questions of Arsenal's pedigree and their calibre in this type of competition. They've proven it here in the knockout stages as well. 2-2 in the first game, and don't forget, the first 5 minutes of the match, Lotfi, he won a penalty which was saved by Indominator. So it could have easily gone the other way. There was this chance as well, just seemed to hesitate there. And the opening 15 in-game minutes seemed all one-way traffic until Killsview finally told Lotfi to stand down and showed him how to score a goal. Very much Lotfi's modus operandi. Feeding Killsview this season. Not the first time, probably won't be the last as we enter the second game. But Arsenal did well to come back at it.
You just knew as soon as you saw Killsview's little yellow icon appear on the edge of the penalty box, you knew there was only one conversion that was going to happen. All over the line, 1-0 AS Monaco, and no question that Lotfi was going to be the man on the assist. But this was a really impressive turnaround, wasn't it, from Arsenal?
It was. I mean, you see a lot of eFootball.Pro iconic clubs, when they go down to a team like Monaco, they kind of shrivel up and they fold, they crumple. But Arsenal have really stood up to the test here. And this was one of the most bizarre goals you'll see in the eFootball.Pro iconic. It almost looks like David Luiz is stumbling for Arsenal. Stumbling to get out of the way of the ball, but somehow turns it home. But the sleeping giant ready to be awoken, Ismail is on the score sheet, and that will be worrying for Arsenal as they head into the second game.
Another chance there for Lotfi. Comes and goes as it just went over the top. Frustration all around the Monaco camp, and Ismail again almost adding to his tally for the day so far. But you'd have to say Arsenal finished the stronger of the two teams in the final 5 minutes. So 2-2 on the day was a fair result. I have absolutely no idea where this second game is going to go. Of course, we need to make sure all the checks are made after each game. So we're waiting for confirmation that we can proceed with the second game, just for the integrity of this wonderful game.
And I tell you what, credit to the Arsenal backroom staff and the Arsenal management, because they're a team similar to Schalke last season, which were down in the dumps. They were towards the lower half of the league table before the global pandemic stopped the regular season play. And they've just had a complete overhaul of the squad and just gotten new faces in. They've pinched the Sonneveld twins from Celtic, Indijar and Dominator, and grabbed Barbosa away from Boa Vista, who had a tremendous season, and it just seems to work. And they've managed to find themselves here in the knockout stages. They've already taken the game to Monaco in the first game, which is no easy feat. Don't forget, this is a Monaco team we're talking about that is, I mean, they've been the only champions of the eFootball.Pro League so far, and they're hoping to win, of course, the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ 2021. But they have to get past a very stubborn Arsenal team first, which has had a tremendous season, regardless of the result here.
Indeed, we are hearing the checks are complete, the connections, etc. are A-OK, so the second game should continue very, very shortly. Of course, the winner of this second game will be going through to the semi-finals to play against an already qualified AS Roma, Harry, and they have a birthday boy in the camps. Roxa, 29 years of age today. A wonderful day to be celebrating your birthday. Do you see either of these two teams going through against AS Roma, or do you think AS Roma might be potentially a dark horse favourite to go all the way to the final?
I think Roma are an incredible club, and I think that they will definitely take it to either of these two clubs, whichever goes through here in this quarter-final number 2. I think Roma are kind of a nightmare opposition to go up against in the semi-final. I think Roma could win it all here today. I really do think they could. So it's going to be up to one of these two clubs to prove me wrong in that semi-final still to come. And, well, we still have a second game between these two here first. But, yeah, Roma for me, I mean, their unorthodox style of play is something you just can't defend against. So either of these two clubs are going to have a very difficult time of things in that semi-final.
Going back to this game, putting your expert hat on, Harry, are we going to see AS Monaco or Arsenal FC into the semi-finals? And is it going to be decided in this second game, or will this end in another stalemate, taking us to a third 5-minute playoff match and possibly penalties? I don't just want a prediction for a team. I want it all, Harry. Give me all the information.
I got one word for you. Penalties. I think this one is absolutely destined to go to that third game, which is essentially extra time, just 5 minutes on the clock and then straight to penalties. So just think of that third game as an extra time. But I think these two are... It's so difficult to call that I think it would have to be decided on penalties for me. When you think about a second game still to come as a team that could lose it, I think Monaco look a bit shaky at this moment in time, to be honest. I mean, Arsenal, they have nothing to prove. They're not expected to go through against Monaco, who have won so often and so frequently in the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, not only this season, but in seasons past. They're expected to win a third title here today in the knockout stages. All the pressure's off Arsenal in this second game, so if there is a team to win it, I fancy the Gunners. Throw a spanner in the works for you.
You've heard it here. Harry has gone with Schalke, Monaco, Juventus, Arsenal and AS Roma to win this tournament so far today.
You
1 minute into this
game. You asked me about this game and I gave you an answer. It's not often I do. Just cherish it.
I'm sorry, Harry. It took so long, I switched off. 3 minutes gone in this second game, and Arsenal are straight away in. They've been listening to what Harry's been saying. They felt the vote of confidence, and they started like a house on fire. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper has come to Monaco's aid.
A real chance. I think it was Barbosa who had the chance early on in the opening 5. Don't forget we had the penalty in the first game for Lotfi, so real drama in the opening 10 minutes here in both of these quarter-final games.
Saka into Nicolas Pepe. Out to Granit Xhaka. This has been a bright start from Arsenal. Look to be taking the game to AS Monaco. The possessional football that we have come to expect from them, but it's been zipping off the turf so far today. Odegaard back to Nicolas Pepe, controlled by Indojua, now out to the right-hand side to his brother Indominator. Now Barbosa joins the attack. The referee has, unfortunately for them, though, given a free kick and a bit of brief respite for AS Monaco.
Yeah, you can see the touches being shared there between the three Arsenal players. So good to see when you see them trying to break down a defence. Always an option off the ball. Just keep an eye on it. But for now, Monaco, they have a chance to attack.
They do indeed, and it's a chance here for Kilju. Plays it through. That's Maccabil! And it's the first chance for AS Monaco. And it's that man again. He's come to form just at the right time. One of the most decorated players in the history of the game. And he's done it again.
It's the MVP of matchday 3 last season. 3-time world champion in 2015, 16 and 17. Uzmakabil. And we said it's going to be a scary, scary prospect for everyone else in the knockout stages if he starts finding his feet this season in the knockout stages, because once he does, he won't stop. His second goal of the knockout stages so far. And what a way to do so, to put Monaco in the lead. 3-2 on aggregate now. All the pressure onto Arsenal.
Confirmation of the goal from the Frenchman, Uzmakabil. Walid Rashid, one of the names that has been mentioned throughout the last decade of this wonderful game. Followers here will remember him from many a tournament, both individually and as part of this revamped co-op situation that we have now. It really has given a breath of fresh air to this wonderful world of esports, Harry, hasn't it? The co-op that we now see.
Yeah, it really has. Sometimes you'll see in other esports where, you know, there's varying players and different squads you can use, using different kits and all this and all that. But the beauty of the co-op is you just have you, 2 teammates, and the real-life squad of a football club that you represent. It's just easy to digest. And although Monaco may argue they haven't had the strongest squad this season, they certainly are showing why they are the strongest players holding the controllers so far in the knockout stages.
Wow, that's an error there, and David Luiz managing to head the ball back, but that could have gone absolutely anywhere. Hector Bellerin now down to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on the right-hand side. Back to Hector Bellerin again. Now Odegaard, controlled, of course, by the captain and dominator, but it's been dispossessed. And now a chance for AS Monaco to counter again. A second goal here would be a tough pill to swallow for the North London club. Indojua. Now Barbosa picks up the ball. Oh, it's a lovely switch of play. It's a poor touch, though, from Indominator.
It really is. I mean, the thought was there. Important for Arsenal to keep in mind here. It's only a 1-goal differential. They've been able to break down the back line of Monaco a couple of times in the first game. Just need to trust the process here.
Looks like the referee played a good advantage there as AS Monaco continue downfield. Now he brings it back for a free kick. It's a dangerous position. Will they go for goal? Yes, they will. It's over the wall, but it's just taken a slight nick off the shoulder of David Luiz, and it's an easy claim in the end. The goalkeeper. Still AS Monaco pressing for this second goal. Arsenal just can't get out at the moment. It's Lotfi trying to again turn provider for Kills-You. That partnership, I mean, if we had partnerships, Harry, would you say the Lotfi Kills-You one has been the most prolific?
Absolutely.
In all areas of the pitch?
Absolutely. Undisputed. I mean, they took home 80,000 euros worth of bonuses between the two of them. I mean, Golden Boot and top assist leader for the season. As a reason they go hand in hand.
Uzmakabil challenge, and there is Lotfi! He's missed a few today, but he's on the score sheet. And it's one of those moments where he didn't have time to think about it. And that, in this case, was beneficial for him. Smashed into the bottom corner. AS Monaco 2, Arsenal 0. And are they heading for the semi-finals?
1 foot in the semi-final. It's unfortunate for Arsenal. You can see just a bit of a mix-up defensively. 2 players go for the same ball. These types of ricochets can happen when you're not communicating defensively, but Lotfi on the stroke of half-time doubles the advantage, doubles the misery for Arsenal. They have everything to do. They have maybe a chance to snatch one back before half-time, but, well, this is a big, big half of eFootball PES for the Gunners.
Awful time to score. Just a minute remaining in that first half. 1-0 down. Plenty of time. But 2-0 down against AS Monaco. It's a tough ask. They have scored twice already today against them, so they can do it. The question is, Harry, can they keep them out at the other end? I'm not so sure.
Always going to be a tough ask against the team that has led the regular season in goals scored with 40 shots on target. They had 76 shots just on target throughout the regular season.
Okay. Come on,
You've
boys.
got to keep them at bay at the back, and of course you have to go forwards as well.
Vamos. Confidence, boys. Come on.
Big fingers, come on. Come on.
Let's come back this. Vamos.
They seem up for it.
It's one of those moments, Harry. They know what they've got to do, and they've got to leave it all on the pitch. No regrets. They've got to go for it quite simply now. They've got 45 minutes to get at least 2 goals. The left-hand side. Willian into David Luiz. Now, Ceballos forwards, but good interception by Golovin. Given straight back to Arsenal, though, again, with Indojua challenged by Lotfi. Out to Usmakabil, the captain, down the right-hand side. Scorer of that first goal. All the way through towards the back post, but nothing doing.
He's been great today, though, Usmakabil. So many vital interceptions in the middle of the park. It's made it really tough on Arsenal to get any of their offence going. Cleared once again by Kilzu, and I misspoke earlier. 3-time world champion Usmakabil, yes, but in 2015, 16 and 19, not 17. Of course, he took a couple of years away from PES, came back and then won it in the Emirates, don't forget.
Indeed, the ball gets fired up towards the halfway line. Oh, that's a naughty challenge there. And I have a sneaky feeling he knew exactly what he was doing there, Harry.
Yeah, just break up the attack from Arsenal. Don't let them play. Get bodies behind the ball. Make this attack as difficult as possible for them to thread the needle. But they're still threading it here.
Good block coming in from Lotfi, and now Usmakabil has the chance to bring the ball up over the halfway line. Plays it to Kilju. The offside flag is raised. Aggregate score, AS Monaco 4, Arsenal 2.
Now, it'll be interesting to see what Arsenal do here formation-wise, because so far in the second half, Monaco's attack seems to have stalled slightly. So we'll see if they decide to throw another body up the top of the pitch. No, it looks like they're going to stick with their kind of 4-4-2. And I'll tell you what, I agree with that, because you don't want to change too much too early on in the second half, but at the same time, you don't want to come away from this match knowing you could have done more. So wouldn't be surprised to see maybe the next pause, maybe around the 75th minute mark, throw an extra body up there, put the pressure on the Monaco back line.
At what point do you throw caution to the wind?
I mean, you've got to give yourself a fighting chance, right? 1 goal down, maybe you could leave it a little bit later, but at 2 down, you need to... I mean, if you don't have a goal in the next 10 in-game minutes, you've got to go for it then.
Monaco know that they are 1 goal away from wrapping this game up. And Arsenal will have that with the back of their heads. They can't afford to be so gung-ho with half an hour remaining because it would be all over, of course. But it doesn't look like Monaco have any ambition at all to go for that 3rd goal at this moment in time. They're just going to sit on this 2-0 lead and they're going to say, Arsenal, you come and get us. There's another example there. Could have gone forwards, just delayed it and dispossessed, and the pressure comes back on them again in this Arsenal wave. In Dominator, they need a captain's performance from him now. Just 20 minutes remaining. Sooner or later, they're going to have to throw those bodies forwards. Mix up there between the defender and the goalkeeper. They managed to survive though, but still Arsenal are camped inside the Monaco half. It's starting to build here for Arsenal, you feel. And in the next 5 minutes or so, they will need to score. Oh, there's a mistake though by the defender, and it might allow Jovetic in. Just managed to get the ball away to safety. Quite sure what on earth was going through his head then, but they survive and they come again here. Ceballos out towards Reece Nelson on the right-hand side, back to Ceballos again. This is nice interchange here from Arsenal. Again, the final ball just hasn't been there in this second game today. There is still time, but it is rapidly running out here for the North London club. Reece Nelson. Challenge coming in from Vollen. Aubameyang. Indojua turns it back towards Indominator. Indominator forward to Barbosa. It's been all Arsenal after the opening 20 minutes or so in this match. Still they go looking for this first goal of the day. And that was a huge moment for them. Saved by the goalkeeper when they looked destined to go 2-1.
I mean, what do you do against that? World class from Uzmak Abil, the manual save to deny Arsenal any hope. If they score then, they still have 10 in-game minutes to maybe get an equaliser. But what a save.
That's a really poor corner. And AS Monaco could go down the other end and wrap this game up. It's 2-on-2 here. It's a poor pass though, and Holding comes across and makes a good challenge under the controls of Indojua, and now Indominator out towards the right-hand side. They must score, and they must score now because they need to. Indominator, forward, turn, Barbosa! Oh, he's put it wide! How on earth has that not gone into the back of the onion bag? It was a whisker wide, a hair's breadth, the wrong side of the upright. And that might just be that.
Yeah, I just watched Indominator's reaction there. I think he knows that was the chance they needed to sink in order to give them a chance at this fight back. You were right in saying they need to score now. But as it stands, we have our semi-final lineup complete. It will be Monaco against Roma in the semi-final. What a matchup that is.
It's looking now like this might be one of the most professional performances we've seen in this season's eFootball.Pro IQONIQ. It's Arsenal 0, AS Monaco 2. They've been absolutely incredible in this second game in terms of raw professionalism. You've even got a smile from us, Maccabil. The damage was done inside the opening 20 minutes. And unfortunately, in the second game, unlike the first, Arsenal just weren't able to turn it round. And their unfortunate end-of-season slump continues. And they are crashing out at the quarterfinals. They've been incredible this season. A worthy competitor in the knockout stages. But unfortunately for them, Harry, their journey ends here.
And it's always such a shame to say goodbye to any of the clubs here.